Alright, welcome back to a what a start to the video. Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Let's watch Deathball. It's Among Us versus Fall Guys. Alright, so about these two. I know about them. Among Us, I have played it. You know, Natasha, like, once. Because I played it around the time it came to the Nintendo Switch. I wanted to give it a try, basically. I guess it's an alright concept for a game. It's not so fun playing it alone without any form of voice chat, because voice chat is definitely something you need in order to play it well, or just to play it in general, because typing out every message takes way too long time, especially with the game like like Among Us, I mean. But we have the imposter. Find out who is the imposter. Could it be you? Could it be me? You never know. That's the fun about finding out, I guess. And then you have Fall Guys, a game I have played a lot more of. Now, I haven't played a whole lot of it now in somewhat time. Quite a long time, actually. But I have played a lot of the game. So, the Bean characters can definitely take a lot of pressure, I was about to say. I don't know what they are. Well, I don't know what these characters are capable of in the setting of a Deathball. I mean, they might have comics that's tied into their games. They might have other form of media that I don't know about, and I really can't make a proper prediction on these two characters until I see the analysis. So, I guess we're gonna go do that. But right now, I feel like the Fall Guys has it. But alright, let's just go into the analysis. Alright, let's just go into the analysis and take it from there. And let's play.
This battle is sponsored by Marvel Snap.
Let's find out who these characters are. Oh, whoa, that was loud.
The year was 2020. The long wait as we all experienced the most viral sensation in recent years. It was Among Us.
Fall Guys was the biggest.
Among Us and Fall Guys came around the same time, didn't they? I mean, they definitely released two. There's definitely two of the games that released around the time. It was pretty much perfect. That and Animal Crossing.
In the dark of space, aboard a malfunctioning vessel, a peculiar crew of bean-shaped astronauts must work together to save their souls from a quiet demise.
Tons of stuff could go wrong at any moment, and it's up to these colorful clowns to fix it. Impressive, since their spacesuits don't seem to have any arms.
Oh, that's not actually a suit. That's just how they are.
Wait, what? Ew, why?
Yeah,
the tasks they undertake to
they are
their ship
interesting
require
design-wise,
degrees of
to say the least.
difficulty and skill. It may not take much to reconnect some wires in the cafeteria, but it certainly does to clear asteroids when your ship is moving faster than
And again, they
light.
look quite similar, you know, design-wise.
Why do they have a cafeteria?
I mean, they're still different, but they have a lot of similar
These
traits.
creatures must draw from medical training, electrical skills, and mechanical know-how.
Okay, but it's total chaos, so teamwork is key. They gotta spread out and trust that while they're all swiping cards, they have each other's backs, right?
Well, success is always uncertain, as though fate has placed some external force that stands between this species and their survival.
There's an imposter among them! I mean, among us, but not us, though, right, Wiz? Right?
For the ninth
Yeah, the
time,
imposter
I'm
could
not
be
an
anyone.
imposter.
That's
It could
just
have
what
any
an
color,
imposter would say.
it can go
They're
anywhere.
Shape-shifting aliens. They could be anyone, or any mad scientist in a lab coat.
The imposter threatens the pack and pushes them towards extinction by any means necessary. Anything from damaging lights to wrecking the ship's reactor.
Which can be tricky to fix in time. Even though imposters are naturally skilled at crawling through the vents, the crewmates need special engineer training to do the same. So not all of them can McLean it up.
All while the imposters conceal their motivations and infiltrate the herd. The others always know something isn't right, and the imposters use that paranoia to motivate their prey into ejecting each other into space.
Yeah.
Just for being kinda sus.
Yeah, Wiz is the imposter.
He does seem to know an awful lot about these aliens. And just to put it out there, it isn't me.
That's a good point. Have you ever heard him say sus?
No, what do you mean? Knowing a lot is literally my job.
Literally.
Ear canals!
Ah, jeez, fix your mic, dummy.
I agree with the metal bowling ball.
Well, I knew the sussy baka from the start. And again, just to be very clear, it isn't me.
Same here.
Oh, come on!
And that's the whole
Anyone
thing
can be
about
imposter
Among,
boomstick. It's completely
Among
random.
Us. You have to lie.
Random
Be a good
starts
liar.
With R and so does. Oh, I know who it is. It's
Especially if
always
you're
the
an imposter.
red one.
Wait, what? But it isn't me! It isn't me!
Oh, right. There's usually 2 imposters.
Dear
Yeah.
God.
Sometimes
The
there's
imposters
3.
aren't just tricksters.
As far as
They're
I've seen,
also perverts.
as far as I've seen,
Bloodhounds
that's a setting that
tracking
can
and
be a
assassinating
thing.
crewmates when they least expect it.
They'll snap their necks, stab them with a knife, shoot
Nice.
them with a desert eagle, or use their freaking
Yeah,
tongues
maybe.
to
So,
impale
maybe,
their
at least
faces.
2.
Oh, God.
I only played that one
The
time,
visor.
Sam.
They may
Bit
look
iffy
like
on
they're
the
wearing
details, but
spacesuits, but that's not a visor. That is their actual face. Examining their cross-section reveals their insides always match the color of their bodies, and that they are comprised of exactly 1 large bone, which must mean their ability to walk is entirely muscle-based. Their whole anatomy
Might
is
be.
one unsolvable mystery.
Ew! They've got human toes, buff arms for no reason, and can stretch like Mr. Fantastic? What are these freaky things?
No one knows. They don't even exist within the same realm of mortality as you or I. Even if one of them is killed or ejected into the lifeless void of space, they return as a ghost, invisible, incorporeal, unable to communicate with the living, but nonetheless still among us.
Even beyond death,
Yeah.
they can plot the demise of other crew.
Or become guardian angels for the living by literally shielding them.
That's gotta be one tough shield, cause remember that Desert Eagle they holster? Apparently, that thing also fires a laser that can rip apart whole planets. Good
Oh,
God.
wow.
To split this planet apart like that would need over 10 non-million tons of TNT.
A number so incomprehensible you'd have to multiply 1 billion by 1 billion. Twice.
More than enough to annihilate Earth over 160 million times. Which seems like overkill for the, space vampires they were fighting.
Right, the crew
Yeah,
has crossed
definitely.
over with a variety of other universes. Fortnite, Vampire Survivors, Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator, the classics.
Including this Henry Stickmin guy. Apparently, he's a kleptomaniac with a surprisingly wide and wacky arsenal all the crew can have.
Desert Eagle-eyed crewmates will find Henry's weapons throughout the ship, like a banana bomb, a teleporter, a ninja star, and a magic pencil that can bring drawings to life.
These creepy Teletubbies can sketch whatever they want into existence, and they're suddenly everywhere I look now. Where's these little trash can people are freaking me out?
In a strange way, all
Well,
of
they
this
are
makes sense
freaky,
for
I
this
guess.
fascinating species. In
And
the
they
face
are-
of insurmountable
yeah,
odds,
like you said,
something
fascinating.
inside tells them to band together no matter what, to use all the tools available and try to survive again and again. On a ship, on strange planets, anywhere they may be, in spite of anything that may be going on in the world. They either fix what's broken or face certain doom. But no matter what, they do it together.
Together! Yeah! Ooh!
What about the Fall Guy?
Hey y'all, this is Chad. If you don't know, I voice Boomstick. Here at 1 p.m. Central today, Sam and I are going to be playing some Fall Guys and maybe some Among Us live here on the Death Battle channel and on Twitch. Hang out, have some fun, and who knows, if you guys enjoy it, maybe we'll do some more gameplay streams in the future. Hope to see you there. Thanks.
Right?
Welcome to the bright, colorful world of the Blunderdome!
They're probably live right now then.
Natural habitat to
At least
these
depending on when
lovable
you see this
little
video.
beings known as the Fall Guys, who race each other through fun playgrounds with nothing but clear skies above.
These lively obstacle courses showcase their inherent skills and abilities. As if drawn by natural instinct, they hurdle over barriers together and pass through various tests of strength, agility, and mental fortitude.
And it's pretty impressive considering how elaborate these bounce house courses get. How do these weebles wobble through it?
With a shocking level of innate parkour mastery that otherwise hasn't been seen since 2006. But honestly, not many of the beans make it. And only one
Yeah, a
can
lot
be
of
crowned
them.
the winner.
Limited
before
one by one,
everything
or a
starts
lot.
over again.
Okay, not
Which
one by
makes for
one,
some
but
very friendly competition, like survival of the fittest, but for a bunch of
I tried that
crazy
one.
grimaces. They'll grab,
The
shove,
seesaw
and slam into
thingy.
each other to make it out on top, or even roll up into a ball and launch across the course. Self-preservation be damned.
And over time, the beans have evolved to higher levels of let's call it imagination. The engineer Digi invented the creative device so the beans could start making and designing new obstacles and challenges for themselves, as well as additional tools like wrecking balls, wind-up boxes for punching foes, and even translators that make their nonsensical language intelligible.
But even at their best, they're still just flinging themselves over these obstacles like a bunch of drunken lemmings.
This
Yeah.
species seems to have a
You know, that could
biological
probably
urge
work
to
with this
navigate
matchup
these
if
courses for
with
one
the
singular
Fall Guys
purpose.
were to go against someone else. The Lemmings
I mean,
is probably a good
If I
option.
could be king for a day, I'd push you off a cliff right now.
Very funny. Get away from me.
Things in the Blunder Dome can get wild. We've seen these goobers get smacked by giant mallets and fall into actual hot lava, but they always pop back up at the qualification stage later, completely unharmed. Somehow.
These remarkable creatures have demonstrated some dumbfounding durability, such as getting struck by meteors. That's a hit anywhere from 18 tons of TNT to 15 kilotons. But they still get
that
right
seems
back
more
up to
impressive
Rube
than
Goldberg themselves straight through another obstacle course.
On top of that,
Among
they
Us
were hit with the
characters.
Big Bang and came out the other side completely fine. Wait, what? Did I just say the Big Bang? Why do we even mention the meteor? Who cares? Their suits are basically indestructible.
Boomstick,
Yeah, pretty
I hate
much.
to tell you this.
No,
Those aren't really...
don't say it.
Those aren't actually suits. That's their skin.
Oh man, people were getting weird back in 2020. Didn't they have better things to do?
With only arms, legs, and eyes, there must be some genetic mechanism inside the beans that causes them to be self-sustaining. Though after some dissection, it's unclear. This is an official image, by the way.
I don't know what's more upsetting, that skeleton or the fact that these jelly beans are 6 friggin' feet tall.
Imagine bumping into this thing in a dark alleyway. No, thank you.
So, this
Yeah.
means when you start the game, you're just flat out naked? Just swinging away, beans in the wind.
Strange such nakedness would be allowed, considering what's actually happening is the Fall Guys are contestants in a non-stop 24/7 game show, the Ultimate Knockout. Yeah, that's what's actually happening here. So what might be misconstrued as some sort of migration cycle is really a brutal, never-ending gauntlet that takes advantage of their tunnel vision.
So, it's like the Truman Show mixed with Wipeout and Naked and Afraid. What happened to
Maybe
them
a little bit
just
of Mario
colorful
Party
cartoon
because
beans?
Mario Party is
And
no
they
joke.
survive to keep playing the game no matter what. The game makers have said that when the beans fall to their death, they feel a moment of displacement, serenity, zen-like detachment from all worldly and physical bonds. Then they pop back onto the podium to celebrate their achievements. That's an official quote.
They've also said they're strong enough to rip someone in half and can stretch their bodies so far they pass beyond the observable universe.
Oh god, the Twitter feats.
Oh yeah! January 18th, 2022,
Oh.
9:14 a.m. The Fall Guy stretched so far, he exited the universe as we know it, and then he kept going.
Speaking of universes, the Fall Guys
So you
have
can
seen
basically
dozens
stretch
of
impossible
guest stars
distances
from other
then.
stories and have learned from their cultures, like flying around in the TARDIS of Doctor Who fame, wielding He-Man's power sword, launching Ryu's iconic Hadouken, or even just becoming Pac-Man. They
Yeah.
just become Pac-Man. They're Pac-Man now.
Wiz, I know we've seen some crazy things on the show, but these 6 feet tall jelly bean monsters eat food through their feet. What are we about to rot upon the world? Is this cute and colorful reality an endless void of darkness and despair? Revelations of disturbances too catastrophic for the human mind to process? A vicious cycle on this blue marble surrounded by mouthless, dead-eyed beans.
Pretty much.
Ah, cool, let's see them fight.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this. Let's talk about it. You know what? Fall Guys is going to win. I mean, there's no way they're not gonna win. They're basically, you know, they're almost at the point where you can almost say they say no to damage. So they're very cartoony in comparison to the Among Us characters, or the imposters, I guess. But both of them can stretch impossible distances, though. So, but it seems like the Fall Guys can do that and more in terms of how far they can stretch. So there's that. Excuse me. Alright, let's see. Yeah, and then they had, I don't think this got said so much to the point where I can talk about this that much. I mean, they're Fall Guys, they're imposters. It's not much else for me to say than that. But, yeah, I guess You know, the Fall Guys definitely seem to have this one, you know, because of the whole Big Bang, I think they said it was. So they definitely kind of survived that. Well, the closest, or the far, or yeah, the closest Among Us or imposters get to this is just surviving in space, or coming back as a ghost. Yeah, Fall Guys is going to win. So how about the death ball, shall we? Alright, let's see what
The
they...
combatants are set.
Who will
Run the
win?
data through all
I mean, it's
possibilities.
going to be Fall Guys.
Time for a death battle!
But prove me wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. I'm very confident about the Fall Guys. Whoa. Everyone was ejected. Alright. Okay, this is a very... Okay, this is a very interesting way of doing a death ball. I mean, it's not a normal bow, it's just... Let's have fun, I guess. Did you get to the crown? Yeah, he did. Is he gonna fall like Assassin's Creed? Yeah, the Fall Guys is... When you have a body that makes you say no to damage, there's no way you will lose. Oh, man. Okay. Crown. Damn. Whoa, are you killing him with a crown? Alright.
Oh, when's the next episode? This is my new favorite show. Move over, Chimp Crazy.
We broke this down into 3 categories: offense, defense, and the bizarre. Let's start with offense.
Alright.
I mean,
Let's
the
go.
Focus
Let's see
Among
it.
Us could blow up planets, not to mention moving faster than light to hit all those planets in one shot. It's kind of out there, but no Fall Guy has ever done anything like that. The crewmates
I guess not, but then again, their
Though
body
that
is not...
impressive power matters less when we look at defense.
It's crazy how much damage the Fall Guys can walk off. They survived
Yeah,
everything
a
their
lot
course
of
threw at
damage.
them, took hits from meteors, and most importantly, survived the Big Bang. You know, the explosion that blew the whole frickin' universe into existence? Easy edge for the bumbling beans.
We can even go a step further. Both of these creatures have demonstrated various forms of invulnerability and death negation, like how the Fall Guys could always pop back up for another round, or how the crewmates became ghosts when they die. However, only the Fall Guys had a viable counter. Only the Fall Guys could ensure that their foe stays dead.
Pac-Man, they can become Pac-Man, who
Yeah.
eats ghosts.
Brilliant.
Which leads us to the truly bizarre stuff about both of these beanie freaks.
They could both stretch their bodies to absurd lengths, but only the Fall Guys stretch beyond the observable universe in a matter of minutes. In fact, if we take these posting times literally, that would mean the Fall Guys can stretch at speeds over a quadrillion times faster than light.
I don't know, Wiz. That feels like a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
The crewmates did have plenty of answers.
It might
to
be a
Fall Guys'
stretch,
hijinks,
but it's
like
probably
how
not that
magic pencil
far-fetched.
sword to fight off He-Man's power sword, or how they could potentially hack Digi's creations.
But the overwhelming amount of stuff that the Fall Guys have access to just dwarfs the Among Us crew's arsenal. I mean, Hadoukens, TARDIS, just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, the spaceship crew had a few deadlier weapons among them, but the Fallen Guys had too many options that could not be countered.
The crewmates may have been cunning and dangerous, but the one-track-minded Fall Guys just wouldn't go down.
Making sure the losers of this fight were no longer Among Us.
Oh no, we never found the second imposter!
Ah, damn it, I knew that stupid robot was sus!
Sigh. So embarrassing.
The winner is the Fall Guys. And
Oh yeah.
Next time on Death Battle.
Yeah, who's next? Oh! Alright, here comes the Kratos episode.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
So... that was a death battle. It kind of looked like it was just gonna be a random, just one. But hey, it actually ended up becoming a full-on one-on-one fight in the end there. I wasn't seeing that because I kind of almost saw it as an army battle almost. Because it kind of started that way. Anyway, let's talk about the animation. Even though I just did. So the animation was really good. I really enjoyed that animation. I mean, as for characters, is the way these two characters are. I mean, they did a really good job on that animation. The battle music was also really fitting because it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of what I was expecting from from a battle matchup like this. Let's see. Yeah, and I do like the whole attention to detail to the fact that they had was on the cruise ship and everyone's ejected and then went into the Fall Guys and played some games. Basically, it came down to who could get the crown. But when you are someone like Fall Guys, who definitely is pretty much almost immune to the whole dying thing. I mean, not entirely, of course, but yeah, I will be very surprised. I will have been very surprised if the Fall Guys did lose this. I mean, the Among Us the imposters, they might be strong, they are powerful, whatever, but the Fall Guys is on a completely different level. So they're very cartoony in comparison to the Among Us. The odds were definitely not in the imposter's favor. So overall, I did enjoy this episode. It was a really fun matchup, and it was fun. It was great to finally have this episode because it did appear in the first Champion Ball thingy. Yeah, it's great that they just did it. The next time is the Kratos episode, which we knew was coming. So that's gonna be interesting to see that one. Kratos versus I don't remember. Versus Asura. So I'm not familiar with Asura. I'm not really that familiar with Kratos either. I mean, I know about the character. I know about the character. I know the character exists. Asura, I didn't know existed before this type of, at least not before they announced the happening in the Kickstarter stuff. And I still don't know who it is, so I can't really say anything about the next time until I have seen analysis and see who he really is and You know, but right now I feel like Kratos has this one. I mean, I don't know. I'm just leaning towards Kratos as of right now, and that despite the fact I haven't really played a whole lot of God of War. None of it actually. I've seen a lot of stuff from it though, but I never played it. That was this episode. Let me know what you thought about this step out by posting down in the comments below. And yeah, did you enjoy it? Did you not? Do you agree with the results? I mean, I definitely do. I mean, it is a Fall Guys after all. They're pretty cartoonish. Yeah, I'm not surprised that they won. So, the next one is in January though. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see that next one too. In some point in November, January. So it's going to be, you know, probably the beginning of January. You know, just based on the time where we are now. We're in the beginning of December, so it makes sense. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm just gonna go edit this one and get it out as soon as I can. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction and the episode and that sort of thing. And link to the original episode is, of course, in the description below and also in the card somewhere. Hopefully, at least one of them. At least one of them in the description. At least. And with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Minishu96 signing out.